Good afternoon, everyone. So for today's video, we are going to talk about another material that we can use in language teaching, and this is visual images. So through visual images or through guided visualization, students imagine scenes as they read, helping them connect their own experiences with the authors. And teachers can use pictures, visual scenes, or detailed text to encourage students to take part actively. So meaning guided visualization is a teaching strategy that encourages students to form mental pictures based on the text they read or hear. And this technique enhances comprehension by allowing students to create personal or internal representations of the content and linking it to their own experiences and emotions. Now, when students visualize, they become more engaged and invested in the reading process. And so, in using visual images, there are three intentions that you could have. The first one is you can make visual images if you want to make the students actively engage while reading the text. Because reading can often become a passive task, especially when students simply decode words without understanding. And to actively engage students, teacher must encourage interaction with the text. And this can be done by using visualization techniques. And the second intention is that if you want to students generate an image while reading, this means encouraging students to form mental pictures as they go through the text. For example, while reading a paragraph about a stormy night, students might imagine dark clouds, thunder, and strong winds. And this process can be supported by asking them questions like what do you see in your mind as you read this, or can you describe scene using your five senses? Okay, and that time when students generate images, they better understand and remember details in the story, especially in narrative and descriptive text. And the third intention is that if we want to help students create mental images while reading. So creating mental images is a deeper reading strategy that helps students visualize characters, settings, and events in their own unique way. So these emotional images enhance emotional and intellectual connections to the text. So teachers can guide this by reading aloud and pausing to ask questions what they see, hear, or feel in their minds. So this can also be done through sketching scenes, dramatizing events, or using story maps. And the goal is to turn abstract words into vivid internal pictures that make the reading experience more meaningful and memorable. So those are the three intentions that you could have in using visual images. And in using this kind of material, there are only 5 steps that you have to follow. And the very first step is to choose a material with a rich descriptive information, meaning you have to select a text that uses vivid language or words that appeal to the senses, to the sight, touch, sound, taste, or smell. And because that will help students easily form mental images. Just like, for example, the excerpt from Charlotte's Web by E.B. White and Nature Poems, and of course a descriptive paragraph from a travel article. And the second step is that as you read, let the students share the image that they have visualized in their minds. Meaning you have to pause after a paragraph or a scene and ask students what they imagine. and encourage them to describe it using specific details. And this will make students reading interactive and helps you check for understanding. And you could also throw questions to your students for you to process what they are having in their minds or imagining in their minds. Just like a question like, can you describe the scene or setting you imagined? Or if you were to draw what you imagined, what would it look like? So that's it. That's the second step. The third step is that let them identify which words from the text help them draw the picture. Ask the students to point out the exact words or phrases that triggered their mental image. It will help them. It will help reinforce vocabulary and shows them how authors use language to create visuals. And the fourth step is that you share how picture help in understanding what is in the story. So you have to discuss how visualization can clarify events, emotions, and characters' motives. So it will also help make abstract ideas more concrete and easier to remember. So that's the fourth step. And the fifth and the last step is that continue reading, pausing each time you share the new image you created. So meaning you have to keep practicing visualization throughout the story. Pause to reflect and compare images. This keeps students engaged and builds their stability or ability to visualize independently over time. So those 5 steps will it is the process will help the students to be trained and to become an imaginative readers who deeply understand what they read. So overall, using guided visualization while reading helps students become active and engaged and become engaged readers by forming mental images based on descriptive words. They connect more deeply with the text, understand it better, and retain information longer. So visualization enhances comprehension by making abstract ideas concrete and bringing the story to life in the student's minds. So that would be all for this topic. Thank you so much for watching.